Good morning and welcome to our 9 at 9. Thanks for being part of our journey together. And we are here on this Monday morning, the day after the big vision sermon. Now, I know as far as vision sermons, this one was rather mundane. We've had those big kahuna days where we said, hey, here's what we're going to do. But COVID-19 has changed a lot of things. And one of the things that it has changed for us is that it has pushed us back to basics. Since we can't do everything that we want to do, then what is it that we really need to do? Now, the good news is anytime the church has been pushed back to basics, the church has thrived. And I'm expecting the same thing to happen here. What is it that we have to do? Well, a couple of things. One, we have to make disciples. That means we have to have gospel conversations. And when people respond to those gospel conversations, then we have to help them grow in their faith. And as they grow in their faith, we have to help them grow in their uniqueness, understand their calling, understand their giftedness. And then we need to do that to the ends of the earth, starting where we are, Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. So starting kind of where you are, how do we then begin to make disciples? Throughout church history, that has been in small groups. When the Jewish people were taken into Babylonian captivity, the Jewish faith was saved when small groups, the beginning of the synagogue happened, when 10 men or so would get together to study the Torah. That was the beginning of the small group ministry. John Wesley recovered that in the Wesley movement and had people in home groups asking each other spiritual questions, studying the scriptures together. The church in China survived all of the oppression of the communist government because they were able to develop in home groups. So everybody's in a group, everybody's on a mission. One of the things that mistakes we've made throughout, at least as long as I've been part of the church, is what we call the heresy of the comma. In Ephesians 4, Paul says that pastors are to train up the people, comma, for the works of ministry. Now, the comma is in the King James Version. It's not in the original Greek. Greek punctuation and English punctuation are more or less kind of the same. So if there was a comma in the Greek, then there should have been a comma in the English. If there wasn't a comma in the Greek, then there shouldn't have been a comma in the English. Long way to say this. What Paul actually wrote was to train up the people, the church, in the work of ministry. The first Reformation, and I've told you this before, the first Reformation gave the Bible back to the people. The second Reformation that we're in now is giving ministry back to the people. My role as pastor is not so much to do all of the work of the church, but to walk with you to help you understand who you are, your own uniqueness, help you be trained in that and then released into that ministry. So it is you who goes into the community. It is you who goes to the hospitals and to the local schools, to your neighborhoods. It's you who teaches the Bible studies in your home, because you'll be able, because of your unique gifting, your unique history, and your unique opportunity, be able to do that literally better than anybody else. So one of the great things that's happening with COVID-19 is we're going back to the basics. And we're dealing with this heresy of the comma. And we're finally going to get it right. Everybody in a group, everybody on mission. So, what is it that you're good at? What is it that you're gifted at? What is it that you're called to do? The reason that's so important, and we'll continue to talk about this during the week, is that as you discover your uniqueness as an individual follower of Christ, that helps us as a church discover our uniqueness as a body who is following Christ. But we have to start with you first. So I'm going to give you 60 seconds. I want you to understand your giftedness, your passions, and your calling. Where is it that God has called you to make a difference? Take these 60 seconds, and I'll see you tomorrow.